slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Okay, so marathon training on a budget. Okay, this is where I want to discuss on today's video. I think that a lot of athletes are living paycheck to paycheck out there. They're having a hard time in terms of budgeting, not only getting all the gear that they need, the travel, preparing for these races, but also spending a lot of money on flights, hotels, food, and gear over a long buildup. Okay, so I've certainly been there. I understand where you're coming from in terms of the logistics, in terms of the investment that it takes to really make it as a long distance runner. A lot of you are not only going after Boston Marathon qualifying times, some of you are going after Olympic trials qualifying times, some of you are preparing for races that are in other parts of the world, and you know you're going to have to make a large investment to, say, travel from, say, the States to Berlin, or from Mexico to New York City, all these other places that a lot of you athletes out there that are preparing for these races are going for. Okay, a lot of you know, I have a great deal of passion and drive for entrepreneurship and business. Okay, I've been studying business since 2011. When I was deployed, I remember when I was actually 2012, when I was deployed to Afghanistan, I started really getting heavy into blogging and entrepreneurship and studying different methods to generate more income besides just working my full-time job in the military. Okay, I created a site called DreamAchieveFinance.com. I'll leave the link to that here on the screen and below if you want to check that out. And this isn't for just athletes, but it's for civilians, other people that are, or people that are in the military or in other branches of the military around the world. As a former military member, I certainly understand trying to train for races and to be in the military, or to be in, say, like the police, be in the police force and these other types of career fields, where you really have to time manage and you really have to really desire and want this to be to take your dreams to the next level as a middle to long distance runner. You really have to prioritize how badly you want success, and you have to think outside of the box besides just working your job. There's plenty of people out there that love what they do for a living. But that being said, even though they love what they do for a living, they're having a difficult time paying the mortgage, paying credit cards, paying off student loans, traveling to and from work, back and forth, paying for gas, buying lunches, all these things. And if you compound that and adding in marathon training on a budget and being able to not only pay off all your bills or be able to handle paying off your bills, but also dealing with the investments of traveling to races, buying, paying for hotels, all those things. I want you thinking about other types of things that you can be doing in your spare time to help you offset those challenges of investing in traveling to races and hotels and all these other types of things that you're going to be having to pay for. Okay, not only shoes, apparel, other types of Garmin's and other types of GPS watches, things that you're going to need along the way in terms of preparing for your races. The reason why I created DreamAchieveFinance.com was to help athletes to think of additional types of ways for you to generate more revenue in your spare time. Okay, starting a blog is one thing. Okay, starting a blog takes a great deal of time. I wish there was a quick way to help you increase your revenue, so that, again, if you're marathon training and you're on a budget, okay, blogging is more of a long-term approach. Okay, I started RunDreamAchieve.com back in 2011. Practically have been creating content and building resources and products and services on that site since 2011. So, okay, 14 years I've been working on that. So blogging, you're not going to generate a great deal of revenue overnight, okay? But some of the things, some of the ways that I think that outside of just working a regular job, that can really help you to start building more income to help you with your marathon training and help you with your budgeting, is affiliate marketing, network marketing, blogging, like I mentioned, real estate investing. Affiliate marketing is massive. Okay, affiliate marketing is on. If you're not like interested in network marketing is like, start joining a company, say like Herbalife or another type of company that's really popular in sharing their particular products. But network marketing, you have to do, go off and talk with people. A lot of people don't want to do that. Whereas affiliate marketing, you share a product that someone else has already created and you earn commissions from sharing that product. Okay, you don't have to talk with anybody. If you start a blog, okay, maybe you have a passion for nutrition or wellness, or maybe you're interested in fitness like most of you are. Starting a blog and sharing that product that somebody else has created, writing a post about that, writing a blog post about that. Every time somebody finds that blog post that you wrote and clicks on that particular link, that affiliate link that you signed up for, you earn a commission. Okay, an example of that is my running courses that I've created. Those sell for $197. I give a 40% commission for every runner or every non-runner who signs up with my affiliate link. They earn $78.80 US dollars every single time someone clicks on their affiliate link and buys one of my courses. That's just an example. I mean, there's affiliate products for practically everything you can possibly think of. Okay, I've shared a lot of those on DreamAchieveFinance.com for those of you that, again, are thinking of some additional ways to start generating some additional income. Okay, again, I think that blogging, if you want to do something, if you still want to be training for your marathons and you want to generate some additional revenue in your spare time, blogging is a great way to do that if you're patient enough. Okay, this is blogging is definitely worth the time and investment, but you're not going to earn a lot of money quickly by blogging. Okay, it takes time. It takes backlinks, which backlinks is like when you're getting some votes from other websites that link to something that you've either created online, maybe a blog post or something interesting. They link to your website. Okay, the more backlinks you can get, the stronger your website is going to be. The more backlinks you can get, the more traffic is going to come to your website. Okay, so the more traffic that you get, the more eyeballs on your content and your products and services. So again, that takes a lot of time, so a lot of patience. But again, if it's a labor of love, if it's something that you love doing, again, if you have a passion for marathoning, if you have a passion for fitness, nutrition, wellness, helping other people, starting a blog is probably one of the most powerful things that you can do if you're marathon training on a budget. Okay, again, you want to be thinking, how can I generate more income by doing less? How can I create something that can help other people, and in the same way, if by helping them, they pay me in the same manner, I start earning more income that way. Obviously, there's other ways of generating more income. There's risk involved, obviously, in crypto assets. If you're interested in, say, like real estate or cryptocurrencies, you can generate more income with that. But that being said, you also have to think about the risk involved. You can also lose money by doing that. But if you're marathon training and you're focusing on marathon training on a budget, think beyond just working your regular job. There was a great quote by the late Jim Rohn, and he said, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job." And another quote he said is, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." Okay, and a lot of you aren't, not necessarily trying to be a multimillionaire, things like that. But as your marathon training takes so much time, and again, it's a huge investment not only in time, but it's also a huge investment in terms of your pocket. Because I've spent thousands, probably about $100,000 over my career in marathoning, traveling to races, investing in hotels, Airbnbs, airfare, all that, gear, apparel, things like that. I've spent several thousands of dollars training for races. So I understand marathon training on a budget. What I want for you all as you're preparing for races is to not be concerned about what something costs, not to be concerned about how much it's going to cost me to travel to Boston or travel to New York City or for Chicago. I want the worry and concern about what something costs to be off of all of you that are training so hard for your races. Because again, so many people, I mean, here in the United States of America, there is about 76 to 78% of the American population are living paycheck to paycheck. It's not because they lack motivation or lack drive or lack education. It's because we've all been taught, including myself, to rely on one source of income, the paycheck, the highly taxed paycheck that only comes usually between 2 weeks and every month. Okay, and as soon as you get that check, most people are paying bills, paying credit cards, paying their mortgages, okay, student loans, paying for gas to and from work, buying lunches at work. Some of those people are buying dinners because they're still at their office. Okay, these are things that this is real talk and real reality for a lot of people. And even when I was in the military, I spent a lot of money, again, traveling to races, things like that. But at the same time, I was always studying alternative ways to generate additional income as I was working my full-time job. I was not just focused on my full-time job. Of course, I wanted to do a good job at work, but at the same time, every spare minute I had, I was focusing on how can I help other people and how can I generate more income by doing so. Okay, so DreamAchieveFinance.com is definitely there for all of you. It's kind of an offshoot to RunDreamAchieve.com, but it's more of what I've studied over the years, not only during my MBA studies at Purdue, but also my doctoral work at the University of Missouri St. Louis. Even during those times, even in graduate school and business school, they teach you how to climb the corporate ladder and to be a highly paid employee, which there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, time freedom is what's most powerful. Your health, your time to be able to spend with family and friends, and not so much just the titles that you have and the job positions that you have. There's enough people with highly advanced degrees that are stressed out and have so little time to spend with those that they love because they're spending so much time in business meetings, in cubicles, and barely making it, okay, in terms of finances. Because again, they're very driven, they're highly educated, but so much of their hard-earned income is going toward debt, okay? So my goal with Dream Achieve Finance is to help people, not necessarily you, because maybe you don't have a problem with your finances, or maybe you're making plenty of money. Maybe you don't really have that much of a concern with finances, but so many people are. Okay, this is real talk, and so I wanted to create a resource where I can write about particular topics and alternatives to help athletes as well as non-athletes to offset the unwanted debt and worry that they have about how can I pay off all my bills, but also have enough money left over to travel to these races and to be able to spend money on my gear and on my apparel and other expenses that go along with really preparing for marathon training. So marathon training on a budget, I want you to think outside of the box here and to not focusing on how can I do my marathon training and be on a budget? How can I make additional income so that I don't have to be on a budget anymore? Okay, I can pay off all of my unwanted debt. I can not have to take all the majority of 50 to 80% of my paycheck and have to throw it toward a debt. How can I pay off that debt quickly so that I can take that money and now start investing that money in different revenue generating assets that are going to help me make more money, but also allow me to have more free time so that I can really spend more time training on preparing for my marathon races or my track races or my road races, and I have more revenue coming in, less debt on my plate, so that I have less stress and that I have more money, and so that I'm not really marathon training on a budget, but I'm just marathon training and preparing for my races. So check out DreamAchieveFinance.com. Again, I'll leave this on the screen here as well as below this video. And if if it's something that you're interested in and you're looking to find some additional ways to generate more income as you're training for your marathon races or for your track races, this is a resource that I have been heavily focused on aside from RunDreamAchieve.com that I hope is helpful for all of you. And again, I've lived this, I understand it. And so again, a lot of my drive, motivation, and business focus and entrepreneurial focus really stems from having experienced that when I was younger. So I hope this video for you is helpful for all of you in terms of your marathon training and budgeting. And I hope that in the near future, you can let me know about your new personal best in the marathon distance and how some of the strategies that you may have read about on Dream Achieve Finance have helped you to start really making more money in your spare time. So thanks so much for your support. Feel free to check out the resources below these videos or on RunDreamAchieve.com as well as DreamAchieveFinance.com. I do plan on creating a new course on how to start blogging. And my focus here on the Run Dream Achieve YouTube channel is focusing mainly on running and fitness and nutrition and mindset. But very rarely, but every once in a while, you'll hear me discuss something about something I've created on Dream Achieve Finance that may be of interest to you. So thanks again so much for your support, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.